It's just me. I don't have any friends. Hey guys, it's me, Basic Dave. I'm just checking in with you all to see if you are enjoying this podcast. So far, we are on episode 4, and the first 3 episodes covered being tired of being tired from all different aspects. The most recent one was impacting relationships and making friends and, kind of getting out of your comfort zone as an adult. The other one was mental support, getting that mental support specifically for like men. It's been a struggle trying to identify ways to get yourself back on track when things seem to be crazy. And then the first episode, if you don't know, was about tired of being tired with actually just being tired. You're tired of being tired, literally, and how people just don't want to go to sleep because we're filling our days with so many things. So many things are considered distractions. And I felt like that was a great intro, but we're going to change it up. Now, I want to talk about things that might really resonate with each of you, but just from a different viewpoint. We're going to talk about common sense. Common sense is not common. And we're going to talk about the pet peeves that I and many others have with just people. Oh my gosh, there's so many things to cover. For example, like when you're driving down the street and you're like, hey, I'm just going to drive down the street, and then like someone cuts you off in traffic. Now, you're literally the only car on the road, and they are jumping out in front of you because they need to control the situation. But when you look in your rearview mirror, you're like, no one is behind me. They couldn't have waited like 3 seconds to just like let me go on in with my day, and then they get behind me and do their thing. No, they chose to jump right out in front of you. And if you're like me, your eye twitches and you probably kind of go and see black, like literally black, and you're like, okay, I could just crash into the back of them, and then I have this horrible bill and all these other anyway. So yes, that is a pet peeve of mine, because you would think that common sense would be common, but it isn't. I feel so bad for people that wake up dumb, and we're going to talk about that. In fact, this is going to be the safe space for people who want to vent about their experiences with people who don't have common sense and the pet peeves that these people do that aggravate them. So, without further ado, we are going to dive deeper into how common sense is not common and the pet peeves that are attached to this. If you have not had a chance, follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at IAmBasicDave. Stay up to date with all the information that's going on, and you might see some interesting tidbits that aren't on these podcasts. And just to be clear, retweets are not endorsements. So, let's get started. Okay, so my friends at happierhuman.com did this article that stuck out to me, the pet peeves list, okay? There are 87 common things that annoy people. First of all, I'm annoyed that they spent this much time trying to identify 87 things that can annoy people, but hey, if they didn't do it, I wouldn't have much to talk about today. But this is an interesting list. There's so many things that happen that you just don't realize that affect not only you, but others that are around you. So, let's get into this. I'm pretty sure you guys are all wondering what the number one thing is. So, before I get started, I want you to take some time and comment below. What do you think the number one pet peeve is out of 87 common things that annoy people? I'll give you a second. Okay, so I'm sure you guys commented, and if you didn't, you're probably thinking in your mind, like, why in the world are 87 things happening that annoy people? But the first thing on this list is people who chew with their mouths open. Okay, look, I am literally known to get up and leave if someone chews with their mouth open. That, like, really bothers me. And the funny thing is, when you have kids, it's supposed to be something that, like, calms you down because kids don't understand they have lips and they're supposed to use those lips to close their mouth when they chew. But outside of all of that, allegedly, when you have children, your love for them causes you to overlook these things, but not in my house. I don't have time. I literally do not have time. I'm like, hey, baby, close your lips. Chew with your lips closed. I can't stand it. I don't want to see things fall out of your mouth. And on top of that, then you laugh. And I'm like, well, who talks about something funny at the dinner table? You're supposed to eat. I mean, obviously, it's not a prison where you just have to sit there and hold your own cornbread and you're eating your cornbread over your dish. But if we were in prison, well, then it wouldn't be funny. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so yes, moving on. People who chew with their mouth closed or chew with their mouth open is number one on this 87 item list. Number 2, people who cut in line. I can agree with that. Like when you're at a grocery store, an amusement park, or waiting in line for the latest electronics thing, it's super annoying when people cut you in line. Or they'll be like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for someone. Or I'm going to let them go because they were with me. No. You and your friend can go to the back of the line. So I want you guys to comment. How many of you guys will tell someone you need to go to the back of the line? Go ahead and raise your hand. Did you raise your hand? Okay, be honest. No, it's okay. You can go ahead. Raise your hand. Okay, cool. So some of you are liars. But, those of you who told the truth, yes, I'm with you. I literally am with you. In fact, I get to the point where I'm like, instead of saying you need to go to the back of the line, I say, hey, the line starts back here. You see that person with the orange shirt? That's where you need to be next to. Yeah, I'm that guy. I know I have a problem. But I'm not the only one. Let's see. Oh, a friend of mine, my friend Matt was telling me this. He said, number 3, someone who hogs the aisles at the store. We literally were just talking about this and how he is not the only person in America or let alone the world who has this struggle. I mean, you know darn well that the aisles are already so stuffed with merchandise, and then you want to sit up here and stand in the middle of the floor. I think that is the worst thing. It's literally, oh gosh, it's like I'd rather have a root canal. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It depends. And that's a whole other thing Matt and I were talking about too. Like, I'm going to sidetrack with this conversation, but like when you go to the dentist and all of a sudden you have like, I don't know if people like recruit people with the biggest hands in the world to be dentists, but like I can't stand when I go to the dentist and this man decides that he wants to have me open my mouth at ridiculous lengths just so he can stick his hands in my mouth. And not only do that to where I start feeling uncomfortable, but then he wants to have me talk. It's just not okay. I don't know why they ask questions during this time. I think they secretly record us, and they use this as like blackmail information, like, and they just sit there and laugh. I don't know. It's an interesting situation. I should do a case study on that. Why dentists talk to you when they have their fingers in your mouth. And then after this intrusive behavior, then they want to bill your insurance. So you feel like a prostitute because you just sat up here and had all this man's whole finger and fist in your mouth, and then he wants to charge you or charge your insurance. I don't know. I think it's a scam. It's basically teaching people how to become prostitutes. That's what I feel. Anyway, moving along. Number 4, loud slurping of food or drinks. So like if you're eating soup or spaghetti, oh my gosh. Does anyone have that person in their life where they sit up here and hate eating spaghetti with them because they don't know how to act? They slurp, and they lick the plate basically with so much enthusiasm that it sounds like they're drinking out of a straw. It's not appropriate, but it's funny to watch because that same person who's like the loudest slurper never messes up their outfit. But when you try to be all cute and dainty and you're like, oh, I'm not going to make a mess, I'm going to eat like a civilized human, then all of a sudden you get everything all over your shirt. I just think it's funny. So anyway, yes. And just so you know, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because that's a lot. But I will say that I'm going to say quite a few. But if you need to go to happierhuman.com to read the rest of this, feel free. I'm not going to read them in order. I'm just going to kind of breeze through them. But yeah, let's keep going. Here's one. Clicking your mechanical pen or pencil. I don't know. That doesn't really bother me, but some people might think it does. Obviously, because it made the list. Here's one. Talking on your cell phone in public spaces. So I think that they should have added something here. I think they should be talking extremely loud on your cell phone in public places, because there are so many people who do this, specifically on public transportation. When I was younger, when cell phones were like becoming more normalized and people were like leaving these thing called payphones. Just look it up, kids. If you're younger than millennials, then just check that out. Check that out on Google. But yeah, there was a thing called payphones, and before the cell phones kind of became super, super popular, when you had a cell phone and you just so happened to take public transportation because you were trying to save the environment or whatever they were trying to teach us in school, you would go on the bus, and then all of a sudden someone would be so loud, it was like you were a part of their entire conversation. It's like, hey, yeah, I was like doing this, and then all of a sudden blah, 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 and you're like, oh, God, will they shut up, please? Like, Lord, please let us hit a bump on the road so that way their phone can fall out of their hands and crack. I mean, I was that person thinking that. I'm pretty sure everyone else was too. So, yeah. I'm saying so, yeah. I don't know if you guys remember when I said that in one of the other episodes, I was like, I can't stand when people say, yeah, so yeah, yeah. But I just so happened to say that, so I think that was funny. I'm laughing at myself. Anyway, here's one. Leaving the lights on in a room. Obviously, when no one's in there, you don't need to light a room that is empty. But show of hands, how many of us do this? I'm raising my hand. I'll raise my hand for you if you don't feel comfortable. But it is very important to make sure that you save the electricity, because, it's not free. Someone's paying for that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I love doing this. Invading someone's personal space. So it's funny. I was talking. There was a party last night, and I was talking with one of my guests, and I said, I love making people feel uncomfortable. Like, I will get so close to them that they feel awkward. And I love seeing their face. Like, even the most, tough person, when you get in their personal space, they kind of, shake off and kind of, retreat. So it's just funny. I do that. It's one of the things that I do. But yeah, invading personal space is something I love to do. Let me see. Oh, here's one. Leaving empty containers in the refrigerator. Okay, I don't know if I think it's just a people thing. I don't think it's a girl thing or a guy thing. But, my wife, she is notorious for taking the last bit of orange juice and then leaving it in the fridge. It's okay. Is that her gentle way of telling me I need to go put that on the list? I don't know. But, I mean, as she's drinking her full glass of orange juice, she could also drink that glass and walk over to the table and write it on the piece of paper herself. But, I guess it's too much work. And in the other episode, I was like, yeah, she could do a little bit more. Prime example. But, and another thing she does is she'll drive the car and then, leave fumes in there. And it's like, hey, honey, we need gas. Do we need gas? Because you're not driving this car. You're driving the other car with gas. So you need to go get some gas. Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. This is a very detailed list. I said talking during a movie. Okay. I can sit on both sides of the fence on this. It depends on two things. Number one, now, I'm for it in this case. If you just got done talking about something, let's just say you were talking about wolves. I don't know why I brought that up, but let's just say you were talking about wolves, okay? A random topic about wolves. And you said, hey, guess what? Wolves, they're allergic to, I don't know, dog food. Well, because I think they eat wolf. No, wait, they don't eat wolf food. Oh, my God. I'm so dumb. But let's just say we were talking about wolves, okay? And wolves do wolf things. Wolves be wolfing, right? So So wolves are doing things, and then all of a sudden in the movie they say, ironically, wolves be wolving. They just wolf. They do their wolf thing, and you're like, oh my god, I just said that. Now that's completely okay in my opinion. But if you're not talking about anything that's at all connected to the film, you don't need to be talking. I hate when people try to predict the end of a film, and then when it obviously ends up not being true, they don't want to apologize after ruining 30 minutes of the movie with them trying to be some Sherlock Holmes investigator, some special investigator. Yeah, so I don't get that time back. And it kind of hurts. You guys, let me know how you feel. Comment below and tell me, is that a pet peeve of yours when people try to self-predict the end of movies? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, this is one. I don't know if it affects me because I haven't really been on a date in a long time. Because I'm married, happily married. But texting while on a date, I could imagine that that's a stressful thing because you're so focused on everything else that when you do go on a date, it's like, hey, I'm here too, Let's see. What else? Oh, here's one that a lot of people don't like. This is using improper grammar on social media posts. Okay, so in the article on happierhuman.com, it says, I have seen many friends on social media get bent out of shape when someone doesn't use proper grammar on their post. It is clearly a pet peeve to use your when it should be said your, you are, or their in place of THERE, or their THEY''RE, or they are. I don't know. I don't really get on social media all like that to know. I mean, I do get on, X, formerly known as Twitter. And for those of you who don't know, if you want to follow me on X, it's at IAmBasicDave. That's IAmBasicDave. Yeah, let me know. And just so you know, retweets don't mean endorsements, but yeah, I just want to let you guys know I'm out there. Let's see. They have so many good ones. Okay, I'm guilty of this, and if I have ever done this to anyone, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I'm working on this, but God's not done with me yet, right? So someone being late. I am notorious for being late. And I could blame myself, but do I really want to do that? That's too honest. That's something I don't know if I can do right now. Okay, fine. I blame myself because in my mind, time is a gentle suggestion. Except when I need to get my money. Okay, when someone needs to pay me, I'm like, where is it? This is not a relative situation here. I actually need my money on time. But no, I am. Or when I'm paying people, I am definitely on time when it comes to paying people. Any type of payment situation, whether I owe you or you owe me, I expect that to be on time. But when it comes to like other things like meetings, like my team knows David's going to be a little late, and that's a shame, but I'm working on it. So, yes, please continue to be patient with me. And I know I'm not alone. I'm sure you guys are running late now, Yes. Let's see. What else? Okay. Let's see. Failure to replace the toilet paper roll when it's empty. I think a lot of people can agree. In fact, the website happierhuman.com says a common pet peeve in a household is when someone fails to refill the toilet paper roll in the bathroom when it's emptied. Okay? This sets up a scenario for someone to use the bathroom and have no toilet paper to use when needed. Do the considerate thing, it says. If you know the roll is empty, refill it. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like it depends on your relationship. Like if you're known to sabotage people, it would probably be good to not leave the paper towel roll full because you want to see them squirm. Like if you're doing this to your sibling, yeah, okay, fine. It's all fair game. You know, there's no issues. It's a war thing, you know. But like if you if you're at your in-laws' house and you have to take a dump, or use the restroom, excuse me. If you have to use the restroom at your in-laws' house, you probably don't want to be that guy who's like, hey, thanks for letting me use your restroom, and then there's no toilet paper at all, but you left a mean one in their toilet, and you're like, well, you know, I don't live here. That's probably, that's not okay. Don't look at me like that, y'all. That's only happened a few times. And I was nice though, and I did buy some toilet paper and brought it to them. But, I mean, who's to say it was me, you know? I mean, anyway, let's see. Okay, I'm known for playing loud music in my car. I love the thug beats, the doom, 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 doom. I love all that. I love it. And I actually started listening to country music, y'all. It's interesting. Like, country music is like a white version of R&B, if you had to go down that path. It's like kind of sweet and sad at the same time. I don't know. It's just, it's a good thing. I think you guys should try to get out of your comfort zone. If you're not familiar with country, there are some really good artists. I'm not going to go down that path, but maybe later, maybe at another time. But yeah, so let's keep going. Oh, here's one. Drivers who do not use their turn signals. I am not the only one that hates this because you slam on your brakes. In fact, I've seen so many accidents recently because people don't know how to drive. I think I was having a conversation with, I don't know if it was Matt or somebody else. I was having a conversation with about people need to learn how to drive. Oh gosh. You know what I'm going to do one day, you guys? I'm going to have Matt get on here. I think you need to talk with him. He's an odd man, but I love how odd he is. He's so deliciously odd. But he has some interesting viewpoints on things. So comment below and let me know if you want Matt to be on there. Okay, thanks. All right, let me take a quick break, and then I'll come right back with some more. All right, bye. Okay, y'all, welcome back. So we're talking about the pet peeves that most people have because common sense isn't common. It just isn't. But oh, here's a good one. Lousy tippers. I've worked in the hospitality industry before, and I'm very familiar with the pennies that they get. Well, I don't know about now because ever since this whole like Black Lives Matter movement and stuff, people are like, I want $15 an hour. But I don't know. But when I was growing up, working in the hospitality industry was like you got maybe $2 as your regular hourly shift, and then you lived off of tips, which was probably pennies. And then didn't they tax you? I think they taxed you on tips too. I don't know. Long story short, you basically were broke, and you lived on tips. But when you start getting trash tips, it definitely affects you. You're supposed to leave at least 20% of your bill. That's just it. And if you don't have that, don't eat out. You know, I hate when people sit up here and say, well, I paid my bill, so you just better be grateful you get this change, this loose change in my purse. And it's like, you know what? Oh, not that I would spit in their food, but, you know. So. What else? Oh, here it is. Meetings that should have been an email. I don't know about you, but I don't have much time to talk to people in their face. And even though, yes, I have some time to talk with you now, I'm actually rather busy. You know, I own a business. I own World Media House, and I have clients that I have to deal with all over the world. I have, you know, my team of people who are fantastic, by the way, and who are helping bring our dreams to life. But you know, I don't get to spend time with my wife. I have 8 kids, so I definitely know how to spend time with my wife. But, well, since my vasectomy, I'm not spending time with my wife because that's how babies get made. But what I'm trying to say is, I just don't have much time. And so it's very important to dedicate time effectively. And so when you're in a meeting and you're like, why don't you just, just send us in an email and we'll be good. I think everyone needs to evaluate how important meetings are and how important emails are. So we should start a campaign about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love that. I'm going to do that from now on. Yeah. Yeah. Just because I hate it. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Okay. Owners who do not pick up after their dogs. Okay. Now, in your yard, do your thing. It is your yard. But my yard is not the dump fest for dog dumpings. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. My yard is not the dump fest for dog dumpings. I feel like, number one, it does not add value to your yard, and it leaves your grass like so gross in those spots. Now, dog pee, from what I understand, is really good for your yard because it like makes it super green. Not human pee. I've tried it. It does not work. It does not work. In fact, it actually causes you to get arrested. But so I would just strongly, make sure that you clean up after your dog, because. Oh, you know what? I actually saw this on social media once. This lady grabbed all the dog's poop that the neighbor left in her yard and put it in a bag and put it on their front porch with a nice note saying, "Next time it's your turn." And so I was like, you know what? I respect that. I do. I definitely do respect that. Let me see. Oh, here's one. Yawning loudly. So in my household, I have like this, it's a gentle yet forceful rule that I kind of impose on everyone. Like, cover your mouth when you yawn, sneeze, or cough. And the only reason is because when you look at a yawn or a cough or a sneeze in slow motion, which I've done, because of editing and things like that for work, you see so many juices and particles fly out of your body that the normal eye doesn't see. And so sneezes are real. Like, they sneeze. Sneezes are sneezing, okay? Well, duh. But you get what I'm trying to say. The point is, there are so many particles that fly out of your body that you don't want to share with other people. You just don't. I don't care if it's your baby. No, keep that to yourself. Your germs are your germs. So anyway, let's keep going. A pet peeve of mine is negative talk. This one's on here too. It's like, oh, here it is. It says on the article on happierhuman.com, it says, most of us love to be around positive and uplifting people. However, what is annoying is when we are around someone negative all the time. No matter the subject, they have nothing good to say about it. Okay, I'm not going to call anybody out. I could call out several people, and I would. But I don't have much time with you guys today, so I'm not going to do that. And because I don't want to be that guy who's like, hey, why didn't you just tell me I do this versus tell the whole world? And it's like, you know what? We totally have done that before. But what I would love for you to do is to tell me how you feel about this conversation. So if you have not done this yet, please leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And please feel honest, be open and honest. And also follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at IAmBasicDave. I want to hear you. I think that you have something important to talk about. You know what? Next week, we're going to talk about common sense isn't common, but we're going to talk about how adulting is not easy. So common sense is not common, and how adulting is not easy. So just keep it locked. We have so much more to talk about. You have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. It's just me. It's just me. I don't have any friends.